Hello everyone, Big Friendly Wargamer with a new video series for you. I've just got my first issues of 40k Imperium, and I thought I'd do unboxings like I did with Conquest a couple of years ago. Unbaggings, whatever they're called. Basically showing you what's in, what models you get, showing you the models, and showing you what you get in the magazines. It's very amateur me doing this, so it's going to be on my desk with the camera set up and whatever. But if you followed me from Conquest, I think it's 2019 or 2018, you know how these go. So yeah, I'm just going to crack straight into it. It's only 2 issues for the first one, so it'll be quite short. But yeah, let's get on with it. Right, so here we are. Just get straight into it. Please excuse the noise, but paperwork you don't need to see. Yeah, like I said, there's 2 issues with the introductory set that they give you. So you get some plastic glue, new set of clippers, which is actually quite good because my clippers are absolutely knackered, and a new mold line remover, which funnily enough I've actually just found one of my old ones which I had lost for like 10 years, and it's perfectly good. So I'm going to put that to one side, throw that over there I think, yep. We'll get into why you're here. So this is issue 1. You can see you've got miniatures, dice, measuring thing, and the magazine. Right, so we'll show you the miniatures first. So you've got obviously 6 dice. Always need more dice, I really don't, but there you go. The base is for the 2 miniatures, so I think a 32mm base and a 40mm base. And then we've got the 2 miniatures here. So what I'm going to do is just separate these so you can have a look at each one. So we'll go with the Space Marine first. So I'll put that there and we'll see if we can zoom in. There we go. There's measuring tape as well, but we don't use that kind of stuff. Right, so yeah, it's the guy with the Volkite, Neo-Volkite pistol and the Storm Shield. So you got his power sword in his holster there, and very nice model. These are where they did with Conquest. They made the plastic sprues were green or blue, depending on what faction they're for. They're actually grey this time, which is the one means they're exactly the same as come out of the Indomitus box, which is great. And this one is the Royal Warden. So you can see his, I can't even remember what, I think it's Mastercrafted Gauze Blaster or something like that. He's got his cloak, and yeah, very nice model. I do already own one of these, and one of these actually, but there you go. But I will be painting these up, and let's zoom out a bit. And so you've got the free poster. Go a bit wider. There's free poster inside apparently. So that shows you the complete collection. Shows you what the actual collection is. So I can open this poster. You won't be able to see this at all. And yeah, it is just the it's the picture on the Indomitus box, the Space Marine and the Necron. Very cool. Yeah, what else have we got with this? So looks like some extra bits they've put in with the, oh, this might be a more detailed explanation on the actual Warzone sort of thing. So it'd be interesting to see how they split the parts up. And then you get your gaming mat, which is double-sided, and it is just small gaming mat. So it's that. I believe that's too small for Kill Team, but I think 2 of them do make Kill Team. But there we go, because you're supposed to cut that off, and that's the Necron side. So I don't believe that they've actually showed the Necron side. I think they keep showing the other side, but there you go. And then onto the magazine itself. So there we go, 40k Imperium issue 1. Starts off with the Primaris Lieutenant. Obviously painted Ultramarines, because Ultramarines are the poster boys of 40k, but that's fine. So just get it in the camera frame. There we go. So all the normal intro stuff, and then onto the Primaris Lieutenant. Yeah, they give you a battle record, so you can actually name him and name his weapons and basically what they do. That's fine. Okay, cool. And then onto the Royal Warden, and I believe they've done the same there. Yeah. So you could name him and even give him upgrades. Okay, that's pretty cool. So then we're on to the history stuff, which they start with the where you would Space Marines, do you know what I mean? So just talking about the different chapters. Now, if you know me, Blood Angels are my chapter. And yeah, I've got lots of them. Telling you about the Emperor Roberto Guilliman, who is the Primarch of the Ultramarines. Telling you about the 1000 Space Marine chapters. There are probably a lot more than that now, but anyway. Telling you about the Necrons. Now, Necrons is also an army I collect, so this is why 40k Imperium is quite convenient for me. Telling you about the ruling caste of the original Necrons, called the Necrotor. Telling you about the Necron dynasties. The overlord of the Necrons, the main ruler, is called the Silent King, and I'm sure they'll get more into detail on this with future issues. Then straight on to building your models. So this is Primaris Lieutenant first, and then the Royal Warden straight after. These are quite easy kits to build, and then straight into how to paint them. Now, there's no paints in issue 1, which is a bit weird, but there you go. So this will basically be, they're telling you about the different kinds of paints. So you got your base paints, your shade paints, your layers, and your technical paints. Now, don't think this is uniform, right? You can use base paints as layer paints, you can use shades as glazes, you can use layers as base paints. Use paints how you like. It's totally up to you. So don't see that as a hard and fast rule that these base paints have to go down first and shades have to be next. And use paints how you like to paint. You'll find your own technique if you're new to this. Telling you about how the 40k game actually works. So talk you through the tools that you need to play games. So obviously you'll need miniatures, you'll need rulebooks, dice, a measuring tape, probably some objective markers, a game in space, that kind of thing. And then this is a first mission between the Primaris Lieutenant and the Royal Warden. I think it's just very quick, get to know your rules sort of thing. And just talking you through the turn steps, how it works. So you got Necrons turn 1 there. Strangely, Necrons turn 1 there as well. So I assume it's across 2 pages, turn 1. Yeah. And then a look at what's to come, I assume, on the back page. Yep. So I know issue 2, I've got 3 Necron warriors in there, which is great. Issue 3, you get 3 Primaris assault intercessors, which is great. I can always add more to my Blood Angels. That's cool. And that's issue 1. So I'll get rid of the stuff, and this is issue 2. So you can see we've got a paint. we've got paintbrush and models. Ooh, paint's going to go and roll off my desk. Right, so the paintbrush is, I've just taken the lid off of it, that's fine. It's a standard brush, or it's a starter brush. It's okay. It's a bit hard, but that's fine, it will work its way out. Now I won't be using that, I've got my own brushes to use. The paint is Runelord Brass, it's a base colour. Again, don't see it hard and fast rules as base colours have to be base colours and stuff like that, but there you go. 3 bases for the Necron Warriors, which I won't be using because my Necron Warriors are on smaller bases. And there we go again. Some more miniatures for you. So you can see they haven't got the options of the Gorse Flayers. They've just got, they've got Gorse Slayers. There's another weapon option they could take, but they specifically have Gorse Slayers, these ones, so it's fine. So you got their bodies, you got their arms, and the rest of their body sort of thing. Now these are easy build models. These aren't the actual models from Indomitus, but that's fine. As a starter, they're fine. So I'll put them here. And then on to the magazine. So obviously, oh, I better zoom out again. Oh, that's in. So you have to get used to me fiddling about with the camera because I haven't used it like this for a while now. So straight into what Necron Warriors are. The fleshless mechanodroid soldiers that they call them. So you can give them names again, and you put their stats in and everything and record their battles. So I think this is going to become a common thing, is battle records for your models, which is great. I love having bits of history to tell people about armies that I've fought and generally lost against. It's fine. Talking about the Surazek dynasty. Now this has been pronounced many different ways. I've no idea how to pronounce it. So I use a Mefrit dynasty because it's easy to pronounce and because I like their rules. Now this is the major dynasty in the Necron Empire, and it is ruled by the Silent King. Just shows you a little bit of a map of the Imperium of Man. It shows you where the dynasties are kind of set. And then on to the Ultramarines, the Warriors of Macragge. Now these are the poster boys of 40k, they're the blue Space Marines. And a nice picture shot of what an Ultramarine army will probably look like. And then straight into building your Necron Warriors. They are fairly easy build models, so apparently they do go together very easily. Again, I'm not putting them on them bases, but I'll discuss why at a later time when we get more warriors, and you'll see why. How to paint them. Now you've only got one paint to start with, right? So this is showing you the different tools you can use. So this is a general paint setup. So you've got your miniatures, you've got your guide how to paint. You've got a load of paints which they haven't given you yet. A water pot which you don't get in this set. A paint handle which you do get in this set, which is, paint handles are really useful. I've already got 10 of them. They're nice. They're quite cheap for a Games Workshop product, and keep your fingers off the actual miniatures. Now, a variety of paintbrushes, the glue. Now that mould line scraper needs to be longer. You will hurt your fingers on that, but there you go. And clippers. Clippers are great. You just clip models off the sprues. Obviously, that's your water pot. Different colours of paint. Preparing to paint. So you normally have to have some kitchen towel with you. I've got a roll of kitchen roll which I use, which is something under there. But you can get the palette pads from Games Workshop. Apparently they're good. I've never used them. Just showing you how to see. They miss this in Conquest. This is the general stuff, how to open paints. It's things that when you're starting out in the hobby you're not sure about, which is really good. That's really good. And how to put paint onto pallets and stuff like that. Using the Rune Lord brass to base coat your models. Now, I've seen a lot said about why do they not undercoat miniatures. Now, undercoating is something I've explained in videos before. It lets your base colours and your layer colours hold better. With this, you may find that the paint will rub off. When you're using the miniatures, you're picking them up, putting them down, picking up, putting them down. The paint will rub off on your fingers if it's not undercoated. But the reason why they can't put undercoat in here is because they can't ship it with a magazine. So we have to kind of forgive them that. That's fine. They're just showing putting the Rune Lord brass down on the actual Necron Warriors and the Royal Warden from issue 1. And that's what they'll look like to start with, if you use these colours, obviously. And then you've got the next mission, which puts the 3 Necron Warriors against the Primaris Lieutenant. You use the game mat that they provided with issue 1. You just use the 3 Necrons and the Primaris Lieutenant. You don't worry about objective markers for now. And it's basically the Necron Warriors have to get off the escape edge before the Primaris Lieutenant kills them all. So quite simple. It's teaching you about movement and shooting. Yeah, so this is basically going to talk you through how it'll go. So you got turn 1 for the Space Marines go first, and then turn 1 for the Necrons, and then you work through the scenario as is. And then again, on the back of the issue, we know what's coming. Issue 3, issue 4, you get a nice unit of Scorpic destroyers, and obviously more paints to come as well, which is great. I mean, getting these is quite difficult. I think you can get them in a box set now, but I'm not 100% sure. But getting 3 more is great, which add to my Necron Legions, which is quite a big army as is, which I'll show you at some point. Alright, so I've spent a little bit of time building these guys. They're all built now. The Primaris Lieutenant, I've added a few bits onto him. So he's got a different head, he's got a different tilting shield, and he's got a blood drop thing hanging from the sword. I wanted to do this because I've got this model already, and I wanted mine to be a Death Company Primaris Lieutenant, and he's going to be now. So he's got a few more Blood Angel stuff. I would have loved to put the Blood Angel shoulder pad on, but it's difficult to remove that arm. I didn't want to spend like forever cutting away at it. So that's the Primaris Lieutenant. That's the Royal Warden. It's a bit fiddly in some parts, but all of the Necrons are. That where the gun wires connect to the gun, I had to actually glue that because it wasn't staying put. And then you've got the 3 warriors. Add to my large Necron warrior group that I've got already. So yeah, it didn't take me long to build these. I'd say maybe about an hour, because I cleaned them all up properly, and then like I said, I added bits and pieces to the Primaris Lieutenant. But there you go, that's my first lot of 40k Conquest built, 40k Imperium built even. So there you go, there's the first 2 issues of 40k Imperium. Now they run 80 issues. It does work out a saving on the models if you actually want all of them. You sell some off, that sort of thing. I was actually running out of glue, so having glue is great. I generally use super glue, but having some plastic glue is good as well. Like I said, my clippers are knackered, very blunt, so you should always use sharp tools if you've got sharp tools. And yeah, so I'm going to do these once a month probably, and I'll show you my progress with the I'll probably do an update at the end of the month for each set of issues that I've done, show you my progress on them. I'm going to try and keep up and not fall behind on painting with them. My Necron paint scheme takes a while to do, so we'll just have to see how it goes. Hopefully I'll get Blood Angels painted as well, because they're going to be my Space Marines. And yeah, I hope this has been useful to you. Please feel free to throw me a subscribe and thumbs up, and tell me how you're getting on with 40k Imperium. I have to keep remembering to calling it Imperium, not Conquest, because I said 40k Conquest for so long. But there you go. Please find below links to my links in the description to my Instagram page and my Facebook page. I'll put work in progress shots of stuff as I go. And thank you very much for watching. I will see you soon. Bye bye.